Hello everyone, it's Small Farmer 6 out of 10. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a tutorial video. I don't really do that many tutorial videos, but this video is to do with a diorama, helping you with a diorama, bits of detail more so. But it's more so to focus on one bit of detail, and it's making piers. So I'll give you a look at the piers now. You may not recognize the word piers, but you may know when I show what they look like. So here's some piers. So basically they're more common enough at entrances of yards or houses, maybe fields, but a bit fancy for fields. But as you see, this is the entrance into a farm, the dairy farm on the model farm, and they look quite nicely, so they do. Have this one holding up the gate. Now they're quite simple to make. I just kind of made up making them. I kind of wanted to appear, but I didn't know how to make them. I was trying like sticking rocks on top of each other, but the way this here is, it's much simpler and more effective. So I'm going to be showing you how to do this. It's nothing major or hard to do. Anyone can really do this, and it's with the outcome, it's quite simple. So let's get into it. So guys, showing you how it's done. I have two spray caps here from a aerosol can, and I've one filled with water, and I've the other half filled with cement or concrete powder. So it doesn't have to be anything special, just concrete as just the stuff you use to make cement. That's all you need. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the water into the concrete, make cement, and to make our cast, all you need is a bit of cardboard, fold it into so you're able to make it into a cylinder, make so it's all even. Now what I usually do is, don't worry about that square. You want it to be kind of more of a cylinder, but when it's all set, you can carve it with a knife, so don't be too worried about the shape of it at the moment. Just as long as it's a shape more so like that, you can carve it when it's all done. Now I usually glue gun this, but at the moment only have a bit of sellotape here at the moment. Shouldn't really matter. Just to help it stick together, that's all you want. So and yeah, same applies for the other side if you are doing a second one. So I'm just going to do one for this episode just to show you how it's done. Hopefully it'll help you. Yeah, that's all I should need, just to help have the cast or the mould. I think that's the proper name for it. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm probably going to use this other piece of cardboard as the base, so then the concrete isn't setting into the table. But yeah, moving on, we're going to mix this cement. So I'm going to add the water in, see if that's enough. You don't want it to be really too, try not get it too drippy, as try not get it too drippy, as it can kind of go everywhere if it's too drippy. So now I'm probably going to need to add more cement. I added a bit too much water, but I'm going to need a bit more cement in general. So it's going to add a bit more cement in, just to get a bit more thicker. So it doesn't really matter if it's too thick. You kind of want it to be a bit thick, just so there's no lumps. That's all you want. So I think that's nearly thick enough. If you can see, kind of the light's a bit messing up with this, but you kind of see there in the shadow, it's not too thick. You know, it's not too watery, I mean, just as long as there's no lumps. So yeah, what I'm going to do now I'm going to pour the concrete. So guys, I'm going to pour the concrete now. Pretty simple, just going to pour it in, I suppose. Not much to it. Fill her up to the top, don't be afraid to fill her up. That should be enough now. Now what I kind of like to do now is kind of have a bit of a curve at the top. But when it dries, you'll be able to curve with a knife a little dome at the top, which what most piers have. But yeah, that's, if you're doing this, make sure to kind of have a bit of a platform at the bottom, just so, as you see, a bit spilled underneath where there would have been a big gap. So just prepare for that, really. Don't have a mess. But yeah guys, other than that now, we have to wait. So it shouldn't take too long at all to dry. I'm out in the shed here at the moment in the model farm, so it'll probably take a bit longer. The dampness will probably affect it a bit, but if you had it inside at the fire, it should dry overnight, I'd imagine. But yeah, in the next clip it should be dry, and I'll reveal to you how I'll carve it up. So guys, after a day or two, I didn't touch it last night as I didn't have the time. But yeah, this is after 2 nights of drying, so it's all stuck now. And when I unpeel the cardboard here, it should come out. It should be all dry. So what I'm going to get now is my knife. As you see, there's like rough edges, but don't worry about that. We'll get the knife and we'll carve all that off, as it's still pretty bit of moisture left in the cement there. Only the top of it got a real good drying. But yeah, there's still a bit of moisture in the cement there. I can make some carves into it. So as always guys, be careful with knives. So I'm just careful with it, gently. Doesn't need a lot of force to take off the rough edges. Maybe even a bit of sandpaper would take the rough edges off either, I'd imagine. Haven't tried it, but... So yeah, that's already looking a lot better, more like a cylinder. So I think what I'll do first is I'll make a bit of a dome at the top here. Have a bit of a chamfer along the top. Just so, what a lot of piers have in Ireland anyway, they have a bit of a dome at the top, just for styling, I suppose. I'm not sure any other reason, but maybe if you guys know, comment below. Yeah, just make a dome and it'll look a lot nicer. So this, after a bit more carving, and looks decent enough, I'd say. Next thing, which probably the last thing, we are going to make a few carves in the pier, just so it looks like that there's stones built around it, which is very simple to do. So all you want to do is put a few cuts in it, just like that, and keep going around it until you have the whole way done. Just gently put a few cuts in it, and then we'll go the other way, up and down. So it looks like that there's actually bricks in the pier that have been built up, which all adds for detail. So there you go. Looks a lot better now, I think. And when that dries out, it should look more like this. As you see, this pier here is all dried out, and you can really see what it looks like when it's complete. Same with this one here. So also done another two here at the contractor's yard just to spicing up the entrance. I think it makes a great entrance look, so it does. And you can use it anywhere, obviously. But at the moment, this is our current pier. As you know, it has a bit of moisture in it, so it'll take a day or two to dry and look like the one here. But that's about it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this small and quick little tutorial, and maybe you can try this for yourselves and let me know how you get on if you do take a shot at this. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next tutorial and the next video. Bye for now.